that flow that get a war ignited. Type of bars that get God indicted. Nah, player hate me, but you gotta like it. Gangsta party, ain't none of you fuck boys invited. My PSI report, you know that's super clean. 007s, 016s, know what I mean. Meaning I never read it, nigga. Rather play Russian roulette with an automatic, nigga. Cool dude, but fool, I ain't your average nigga. Threaten Gavi the quickest way to a casket, nigga. Southeast niggas speak highly of me. Northeast niggas, yeah, they gotta love me. Southwest niggas getting a lot of money. Come uptown, you know who riding for me. In Northwest, my influence like Mike Frey, but I'm noise, so I might spray or slice with a nice blade. Hey, they say, Gavi, what you mugging for?
What? This is District Alum. I got my man Frank C on.
Hey man, what's up, man? I'm hyping this motherfucker today because you know who we got in this motherfucker.
Hey,
With some niggas, you hold up. Let me
wait.
God damn it, hold up now. Listen, you niggas can't get who we got. I'm gonna let him introduce his goddamn self. You hear me? You niggas got to pay for this shit. Yeah. We got a legend in this motherfucker. Y'all gonna respect this show. I better get 100 views off this motherfucker. Shit. Go ahead, Billy. Go ahead, let's talk shit. We talk shit today. I said Blizzard. I said, oh, Blizzard. Pause. Nigga. Please. Incredible.
Hey, look, man. We got a very special guest in the building, man. Hey, look, he's a community activist. He's a philanthropist. He's an author. Come on, bro. Can I get a man that's rolled out?
My bad. Sorry. My boy. Sorry. I apologize. It's the 1800.
He's an author. Look, he fought for his father to come home for years, and now his father is home, and he's doing the same for other incarcerated people who are looking for their peoples to come back home. We got Mr. Tony Lewis Jr.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to the show, man. My man, Joe. What's good, man? Let's pop this ace, man. We got to pop this ace for T. Lou, man. Pop the ace, man. We got to pop it over, man. You know what I'm saying? We got royalty in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? I know Jay-Z, your man. You know, Ty-Ty, them tell Ty, said, what's up? That's your man and shit. You know, we going to pop this for T. Lou, man. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do for our guests.
So look, normally, you know, football is not even right around the corner. It's tomorrow. No, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday and Friday. And it's a game on Friday and it's a Sunday all day. We already know that. So who you rocking with, man? Who your squad? Man?
I'm saying I'm DC or nothing. No, I don't know how that, you know. So I'm
look,
take command.
Hey, look, we got a San Fran fan on the left side of me and everything.
Yeah, I respect that. Thank you.
You know, hey, look, you know, we be going back and forth on, you know, I can't even say we go back and forth. He got the upper hand on me on this shit, man. I ain't gonna even sit here and stunt, man. You know, but
yeah,
it's a new season.
It definitely is. A new quarterback,
quarterback, a whole new regime.
Yeah, man.
How you feel about what's going on, man?
I'm excited. I think we're gonna be all right. Now I ain't saying we going to Super Bowl, but I do believe we're gonna be much more competitive than what we've been. And I'm looking forward to the season. I think in general though, the NFL it's gonna be a hell of a year, man. There's a lot of teams. I mean, Philly look crazy. You know, they got
Saquon Barkley, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all. I mean, you know, and then they just got boy that was with us too. On top of that, Dawson.
Yeah.
You know, the Texans, Green Bay, who play Friday. So that should be a good game. Obviously, Chiefs and San Francisco gonna be back. Baltimore. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what happens.
So the youngin' that went to your alma mater.
Yeah, Caleb. Yeah. They say he looked real good in preseason. So we'll see what the Bears do. You know, that's going. You know, I'm rooting for him though.
Yeah, so what do you think about y'all defense this year? Pause.
Secondary kind of it worries me.
Okay.
Secondary worry me, man. And if we can't get enough pass rush, you know what I'm saying? You know, it that's where I think could potentially be our Achilles heel.
The front seven is the script for real. Yeah. Because our linebacking core got better.
Yeah, but we gotta get some. We ain't had no pass rush for real, bro. And like,
right, you right.
Charles Mann and Dexter Mann.
So we gonna see how this scheme gonna be.
Yeah, man, y'all some trash, man. Y'all can't even get y'all stadium together.
But I'm saying, but I mean,
trash.
You know, I had the privilege of being at the Super Bowl this year, and and you know, it's interesting. Like I'm saying,
you seen San Fran lose?
Yeah, I did. And you know what was crazy?
But the key words you said though, you watched us lose.
No, I did. But I mean, ultimately, it's only one. Man, y'all ain't win. So I'm saying, I'm just saying, bro. Like you can't keep this a make or break year for y'all as a team too. You can't keep getting there and not win. I'm just saying. And
say that again.
Listen, I was around all where we were sitting at. It was all San Francisco fans. I felt real bad, Sam. I felt real bad, but I knew they gave that man too much time. But anyway, you know. So what y'all looking like? Y'all did sign what's his name? A Yuk or whatever.
Yeah. So we signed Trent today. You know what I'm saying? We honestly, I'm gonna tell you like this, and like I told everybody this a month ago, and this is all I'm gonna say about this. And I'm really not gonna say too much about football on it. Y'all can talk about football. We can talk about football on the show, but I'm on a mission, right? Because my team is prestigious. We're not used to losing. Like we at one point we were 5-0 in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Now we're 5-2, right? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this, and this is it. We going to the Super Bowl. We gonna win the Super Bowl. And I got a thing for all you niggas out there. The NFC can't say nothing to. We went 4-0 on the NFC last year. Made the Redskins switch 2 quarterbacks. Okay? All right? Philly can't say nothing to us. You know what I'm saying? Only people that can say something to me is Baltimore and the Chiefs. Other than that, kick rocks. Get on your head. Yeah, all that. Oh man, what y'all do this? What the nigga? You watched me lose the Super Bowl. I did. Okay, we did. You know, and watch this. Watch this. Week 8, y'all season was over. Ain't that a bitch?
But what's worse though?
Not knowing I'm going to playoffs in week 8.
Right.
Season's already done. That's worse to be.
But like you get all the way there and don't win. That's like,
I mean, that's an accomplishment. That's football. Basketball is a different thing because you got 7 games. Football is an accomplishment. That's why I'm like I respect the Buffalo Bills getting it 4 times in a row. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I respect teams that go back to back like the Denver Broncos because it's hard to get to the Super Bowl. There's some teams that's never even touched Super Bowl stardom.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Sure. So at the end of the day,
we know a little bit about that too now.
Yeah, but y'all know about it when y'all know. But see, the only time you know about it is y'all used to have like knobs on the TV and shit. You had to turn.
Crazy.
Hey, Frank.
Hangers and shit.
Hey, that long ago.
When was the last time you been to
that's
one?
what I'm saying.
When was the last time you been
Steve
to?
Young.
No. Since my producer wants to say something, when was the last time you been to one? Thank you very
91.
much. That's why I don't argue. You know what?
91.
I'm not arguing. I'm not. Go ahead.
91.
So look.
I'm not arguing.
So look. You have y'all team you have a very good team.
Ace of Spades is really good. That's okay. I don't need you to say that. I don't need no prep talks. I don't need no hype.
I mean, y'all made y'all final purchases.
I'm good
because y'all purchased IU and Trent Williams. So y'all made y'all final purchases because
This is what I don't understand, right?
I mean, that's what it was.
I don't worry about the Commanders. I don't have nothing to do with them niggas. I don't give a fuck about no other team but Niners.
You right.
The only team, right? That I'm worried. 2 teams I'm worried about right now that we drafted for, and we got free agents for, right? Is that motherfucker Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrows, and Lamar Jackson. Everybody else is irrelevant.
So you saying all AFC people?
Everybody else is irrelevant.
You know who threw me off though in the Super Bowl, bro? That I feel like if he had a bigger game, y'all would have won. For real. What's my man name? 85. The tight end.
Kittle, yeah. But they was holding.
They didn't throw to
See,
him.
I don't make excuses. But if you watch that game though, it's a key plays in that game on our defense side. And I kind of criticized my defensive coordinator, but he did call some good plays on defense. But they were holding. The Chiefs is the #1 holding team in the NFL, and it's no holding calls called against them. I'm not making no excuses. I never did. We lost the game. But that's crazy.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. It was a great game. You know what happened? Y'all ain't had the ball at the end. Patrick Mahomes did, and that's what happened. Pretty much.
Man, when
they would threw bro the ball though. They didn't even really throw the 85. Man.
But you know what's crazy though? I'm gonna keep it real. The Purdy arm was still fucked up. That's why I always was wondering why he keep getting his the football tipped at the line when he throws it. Every game he get like 3 tips when he throwing it. Right? Pause.
So
You know, when they get the elbow from the year before. Now they say, man, they ain't seen a tip ball pause from him throwing since last year.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Look, man, the season is right here. I know people gonna be placing their bets on FanDuel, DraftKings, all that, man. I ain't really giving no shameless plugs, but that's what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, I want to dive into the birth of an activist, man.
Okay.
Nah, we got a man of importance that's sitting right next to us, bro.
And on top of that, T. Lou, we went on the show, the China Pink show. Shout out to China Pink and them. And this crazy thing is, this is how I know we kind of getting a buzz. It was people on that show on their live feed asking about our show. So one of the questions is when y'all gonna have somebody else on there that talks about DC culture in a sense where they can respect it, because we have Mustafa on. Okay. The nostalgia of DC. So that's what we're gonna do here, y'all. America DC. This is Tony Lewis, and we about to get into it. We're gonna get some real shit here. We're about to give y'all some game for free.
Oh, I want to just say right now, this is like the epitome of what the District Alum is right now.
Bullshit.
Right now.
Bullshit.
Let's dive into like what path you took, you know, out of necessity, you know, in your community. What made you just, you know what I'm saying, go harder the way you did, bro?
Yeah, I appreciate that question, man. I mean, it wasn't linear. Like when I was 20, I got my grandmother pressed me to get, you know, it's a friend of our family, who the DC Department of Parks and Rec had a program where they pretty much was trying to get young people that had influence in their community, right, to like use that influence for good, basically. They called it the Junior Roving Leader Program.
I remember that.
Yeah, so you would work.
Cheese.
Yeah, Cheese was a roving leader. Yeah, they were roving leaders. So you would work like under them. And so, and because at that time, you know what I'm saying, I'm just, you know what I mean, in the street, you know what I mean, my high school, you know, over. And I'm just, you know, around my way every day. Grandma they already see what's happening, you know? Mm-hmm. And so she was like, just try it out. Da, 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 da. So I was like, for her, I was like, all right, cool. So shout out to Fat Rob too. That's a family friend who was a manager with the Roving Leaders. So anyway, I started doing that, and I was about to quit so many different times. So, you know, I'm with my Uncle Boo, we in the crap joint all night. And really and truly, it was like 15 to 21 was the age range.
Mm-hmm.
But I was 20. Everybody else was like a little kid. And I was like, I wasn't even like a regular 20-year-old. Like I was, you know,
more advanced,
yeah,
right?
And you know, that's just how it was. So I was like, man, they got me in this joint with these little ass kids. Right. But I wind up, they put me uptown, up 1-4 up Upshur Rec, Parkview, Sam and Taylor Rec, or 8th and Taylor, but you know, Taylor Street Rec and Emory. So we was hitting all the uptown recs, and I was under a dude named James Burry. And I fell in love with it. Like I really fell in love with the work. And really, that was the beginning. I'm like, that was 24 years ago.
Wow.
That was the beginning. And so I just grew. From that, I became a full-time roving leader, and they put me down KDP on my own. And that's when I really sort of came into my own. That's when I first started to really make my mark. At that time, I'm like 20, 22, 23. I went to UDC. So I graduated UDC in 04.
UDC 03, baby.
You know
Alumnus,
what I'm saying?
baby.
So I'm
UDC,
working,
baby.
You know, finished college. And then I just sort of elevated, and I, you know, wound up getting an offer to go work at Project Empowerment, which was the city's leading reentry program. And what I thought I was effective as a roving leader, like I was squashing beefs, I was bringing all type of resources to the community. Again, I'm young. I'm super young. Almost so young that people wouldn't even taking me seriously. Like a lot of times people come in meetings and think I was one of the kids in the real talk. You know what I'm saying? But I did that very well. And then when I got to Project Empowerment, I really found my purpose. And I was able, the average age of the participants was like 37 years old. I'm 25.
So break down Project Empowerment, like for a little bit, see what that is.
Project Empowerment is a city program that's aimed at helping men and women, DC residents that are back then at least, you know, formerly incarcerated and really very recently released.
Yeah.
And getting them back into the workforce via subsidized or transitional employment. And so when I got there, I just hit my stride in a way that I never even imagined. It was almost just like it was like, my life's purpose. And so, when I got there, I was really effective at reaching people, reaching people that other people couldn't reach in a way that they couldn't reach them. And
Found public speaking as your calling.
well, nah. At that point, I'm not really a public speaker yet. I'm a public servant,
Okay.
but not really a public speaker. And I think from an oratory standpoint, my style, if you will, it's just always been uh shit coming from the heart more so than me being a great orator. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It just was real. It was so genuine that you feel it.
yeah.
And I never really, came into the I feel like I always fashion myself more as a teacher than a speaker, right?
Mhm.
So at Project Empowerment, I initially started out as like a job coach, but then I would become what they call a facilitator, which is the person that teaches the classes, getting people ready for the workforce. But at that same time, BET had a show, a series called American Gangster,
Mhm.
and in '07 they did a episode on Rayful Edmond, and the producers had reached out to me and trying to uh, uh, interview my father, which my father was not interested at all. And so I conveyed that, but I never forget calling my father. I mean, my father calling me, and I'm talking to him like, "Hey, I'm like Pop, but I got an idea." He was like, I was telling him I thought that could be beneficial for him if uh if they would be willing to come to Project Empowerment
Mhm.
and film my class and talk to me about the work that I was doing, and in hopes that might shine a positive light on him, his situation. Because at this time, this 2007, we trying to get his freedom back.
Redirecting the energy.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, "Fuck no, I don't want to be associated with it in no kind of way." So I was like, "All right, cool." And especially at that time, I was very like, "All right," he say something, I'm like, "All right, cool." But then he called back, probably like a day or two later. I was like, "Nah, I really think we should ask this, right?"
Mhm.
So he was like, "All right, son, if that's what you want, just see what they say. But don't let if they do it, you got to make sure they don't do no, something that make you talk about something you don't want to talk about, blah blah blah." So when I pitched this to them, they loved it, and so and the people at DOES, shout out Charles Jones, they allowed me to do it, right? But that was I mentioned that though because that was like a game changer for me, not just as a in terms of me professionally, but even personally because now, I mean when that joint came on, it was people loved it, and it really was one of the first markers of a lot of people talk about criminal justice reform and all that reentry and all that stuff. Now nobody was talking about that.
Hell
I
nah.
put that on a national,
Yeah, you did.
platform.
Definitely, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it really gave me opportunity to also talk about uh or to show America the impact that incarceration also had on children, right?
Right.
And also it's highlighted reentry. So next year, in '08, they did another episode on Cornell Jones, which is a person that's our big homie from our block, again, my father's mentor, right? So, Ray being my father's partner, that is my father's mentor. So, and Cornell from Hanover, right? He from our block. So,
Shout out to Cornell, man.
no question.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cornell Jones,
Yeah.
man, the GOAT. But so now my role in that episode is like 2.1. It was the first time publicly on that episode, I wore a Free Tony Lewis T-shirt. So it's the first time. That's 2008, where nationally, people got a glimpse at Free Tony Lewis.
Right.
So, but also, and when Corn talking about, back in the day, we walking around the way. But then also, I got a chance to. My commentary on that episode is not personal now. It's me talking about things like gentrification, me talking about reentry. So, but I'm almost from a standpoint of like that now. I'm an expert on it, so it's not even like a personal thing. I'm making more high level commentary.
Right.
But those two things put me in a different light. And you can think simultaneously, bro. Like, I'm still trying to navigate who I am, where I'm from, who the people are around me. you know, in my story, a lot of times it's like, you know, I've been around so many sort of like iconic street figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
My father, Corn, my Uncle Boo, my Uncle Gregory, you know, all of their friends, whoever you name in sort of the DC hierarchy. I know these people, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Um, but at the same time, you know, I grew up in the most deadliest era in this city, in
Sheesh.
one of the most, you know, challenging neighborhoods in this city. You know, all my friends went to prison and died early. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and so I had to navigate. I'm a product of that. And so what being on those shows did, and anybody who was out in the Rebels the Go-Go in the club in those early 2000s, they didn't necessarily see me as no activist or no roving leader or none of that. You know what I mean? When I got on those platforms, I had to represent that everywhere.
Mhm.
And so that a lot of that really helped, man, save me in a way because I started to make better decisions because of that, right?
Right.
Mhm.
But to land a plane though, I mean, and so my by 2010, I'm still working in reentry. Um and then 2010, 2011, in that era, like couple things are happening. One, I'm lending my influence to support a lot of our local musicians or rap artists,
Mhm.
right? My connectivity in the street, my connectivity, you know, in different ways. I'm leveraging that to say we should be supporting. So that's where the DC or nothing movement came from,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then also that's when I first got on social media. I wasn't on social media at all, nowhere until like 2010. You know, Twitter, Facebook, and all everything I'm talking about was DC or nothing. So putting
Yep.
out
Decent. Nothing.
local people, you know, and then I win the Hoodie Award, and you know, elevating, helping children with incarcerated parents, and Free Tony Lewis is a part of that as well. But yeah, so I just grew. One thing sort of led to another. As my influence grew, I started to, you know, talk about things. Let's address homelessness. Let's address food insecurity. Let's address obviously mass incarceration.
Mhm.
And you know, at the same time, I'm in the neighborhoods. I'm squashing beats. I'm doing all of the things. And so much of the work that I've done in the city really by the sheer nature is clandestine. People have no idea because I can't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But so that's how I become, you know, that's how I morph into sort of the Tony Lewis that people know today.
Let me ask you this question.
Sorry for the long answer,
Nah,
but
nah. This is what
Nah.
this is what the people want,
Nah,
Tony.
nah, nah,
This is what
nah.
the people want.
I my question is, you know, it's a dark cloud that carries over this city, and the youth right now are living with a reckless abandon that we ain't seen in a long time, and it's like, when do it come to a point where, all right, you got older people, and when I say older people, I mean people that's older than us.
Mhm.
You know, the older generation right now, they feel like they living in fear, and it's like I don't want to rep them. Like, I was once one of these youngers. Let me just say that, because when I look at them, it's like, damn, it went from stolen cars to carjacking cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was once there, and
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm looking at it like the stupidity that I was doing at that point, where I'm seeing these youngins, and it's at the age that it's at right now. It's 12, 13, 14. It's younger and younger and younger. When does it come to a point where we can redirect that energy? Like, the jobs for the kids that's that age where they don't have to be out feeling like they gotta rob somebody or take from another person.
Yeah, I will. I say it this way, man. I think I've spent my life's work. Like when I graduated from working with as a roving leader, working with youth primarily to adults. Part of that was about because when through working with youth, I realized if we don't stabilize the adults around them, nothing that we do is
Mm,
gonna help them.
mm.
So
Preach.
the answer is in adult stabilization. You cannot, ain't nowhere in human history where the children did well and the adults perished. It's nowhere in the world that ever happened.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, it's only in our community that we even attempt to think about it that way. But also simultaneously, you know, sort of my previous answer about how I came up.
Mm-hmm.
The answer right there. You know what I mean? I look at my friends, bro. Like, and for everybody out there, I'm 44 years old, born in 1980. So when you talk about the crack epidemic, if we looking at that from 86 to 96, we often talk about that as like something in the past, but we really seeing the results of that.
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
you look at these youngins who out there doing whatever what you just described, all you gotta do is map them. Look who they belong to. Look at their parents and grandparents and who they are and where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then your answer right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Right.
what I mean? And
Right.
so many of my homies, I think about, when we were 12, and none of my homies really ain't had to go in the house. And but then like instead of maybe a carjack, everybody just start hustling at 12.
Right.
We had crack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it really fundamentally though, at the core, it's no different. But today's world, though, it's just much more access to information and there's much more access to guns. So I think that plays a role in what we see. But I really don't necessarily believe that right now is and this ain't no like tragedy or no trauma party. But what I'm saying is I feel more optimistic today. And then sometimes I think, do we look at things a little different because we're older?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it was more youngins in the mix when we were growing up than now.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
just now we hear about everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything you hear,
So-
you
It's highlighted more. The
when you
camera
just-
make everything.
information.
Yeah, information.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just know it happened. So you feel like the whole house burning down. And in some regards, it is. Don't get it.
So let
I'm
me
not
ask you
saying
this.
that it's not, but I feel like, the adult stabilization, if we can get to that point, we'll have a better shot of wrapping our arms around this.
So let me ask you this, T. Lou. How does that, or how has that affected the culture in DC?
Oh, is it? Well, there's a few things. I think mass incarceration, premature death. I'm talking about like especially within our generation and generation before us.
Mm-hmm.
Culture gets passed through people.
Mm-hmm.
And gentrification, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have this exodus of people that would pass this stuff down. They just no longer here.
Mm-hmm.
DC really has become a place where everything and everybody is new. And for those of us that have been here for the most part, most of those people, especially if you're talking about native black people, either they're old, so they're dying, right? They're aging,
Mhm.
right? Or they're struggling,
Mm.
right? So they're not in any decision-making situations.
Right.
They're not driving culture. Our culture really is dying.
Mm.
And so much of that is about but I think we aren't the only place experience. I think the internet also technology has changed. You can put a youngin in a room. If we had 5 youngins, one from Houston, one from New York, one from LA, one from Chicago, one from DC.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say we put Atlanta in Miami in there too, right? 7 youngins.
Mhm.
And if they didn't talk, we would know where they from.
Where they from, right?
Back in our era, we
You would
walk in that
know-
room, we know exactly where everybody from.
So
What
I
about
was,
them address?
I was
not
just
just
think-
here
I
that's
was just
happening.
thinking the same thing. Have we lost our uniqueness as a city?
Yeah, I think to a certain degree, every place has. But I think for here, we were more, and I think we still continue to be though in some ways. We were the most unique place.
Yeah, we were.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think
I think we still are though.
Yeah, I
T.
think
Lou.
we are.
I think still are.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think that still exists.
Yeah.
Because it's still no. Even with, but see, this is another thing.
Not
Let me
no
let,
more. I
let me
don't
talk
think so.
about this
Hold
with
on.
fashion though.
Speak
And-
on it.
all right, to the fashion
Speak on
point.
it.
What I think people take off the table. It's very not easy, but it's easier to be fashionable when it's a bankroll around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a motherfucker gonna be fly when it's money around.
And like we ain't
And
getting
I-
it.
but
Ain't no money in the
it
city
ain't
no
money
more.
like it
Like
used to be,
no
right?
more
But
in
I
our
still
city.
think that the youngest still got a DC young gonna
Mm.
tie shoes a certain way. He gonna wear his jeans a certain way. Some of that, yeah, some of the style still exists. Nah, but what I'm saying is, but the people that they were emulating,
yeah, had.
See, this is what we gotta think about the trickle down. This is something we lost. that style of what dudes was doing in whatever era, like that shit was, they were emulating something.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And I know I'm very uniquely positioned because a lot of people that people were emulating, I was around them people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I ain't never leave here, right? You know, a lot of people I be around or been around in my life, they went to jail at some point, right? Or even now in my life, you know, I got older and met other people, they went to college at some point, right? I ain't never leave. So in my 44 years or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, of living, you know, I've been right here in my same block, everything. So I've seen how the progression has went, right? And all I'm saying is, like, I think DC guys still have, whether he 18 or 58, he still got a unique style that no matter where he go, he a little different.
Yeah.
And that's the way you raise. This is a place it's no other place like this that's black dominant like this. Even like places like Atlanta or something, it's still in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like the mindset that this place creates for black people is incredibly special. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like, y'all, we gotta, as I be telling myself, I be around a lot of young people in programs and all that at work and stuff like that. And I try not to you know, be that old nigga who just be like, man, you don't know how it was when we, you know what I mean? Because it ain't supposed to be like it was.
It ain't supposed to be right.
Because when we weren't like the people
We
before
hell
us.
nah, we
you
wasn't.
know what I'm saying?
Nah.
And so I
Not
do
even.
believe they still got some semblance of, man, we DC and we ain't supposed to be like other people, but that's fading. But a youngin' in Philly or Baltimore or New York or Chicago, they the same. Their OGs saying the same shit, man. Them youngers don't act nothing like us,
Right.
Because
Right.
they just don't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's all evolution at some point. Everything gonna change. But the one thing that, like with the music, it's like the music and the violence is tied in right now. You know, like real.
But you can't say I don't. You know
But
what? Hold on.
you was
I don't agree.
partying at the go-go.
I don't
really
agree with that.
partying at
I
the
don't agree
go-go,
with that. I don't agree with
To
that
me,
because
you was really partying.
hold on.
Hey, let me say this, y'all, and I ain't trying to be funny at all. I mean, yes, you was partying at the go-go.
But shit go down.
You know, I mean, I think everybody, and this another thing I think we gotta stop doing. Not y'all, but I'm saying general. I see we do it a lot where growing up here, there are some similarities that everybody might share, but it ain't everybody, it ain't a monolith, right? What I'm saying is, in every, if I go, so we say 96, 97, or whatever, just as for instance, I'm gonna start on Wednesday. Wednesday, Zulu Cave. Thursday, Metro Club. Friday, Black Hole. Saturday. Nah,
depending on
for
who
me,
band you want.
Yeah, because we on back. Yeah, Saturday gonna be Essence, but I'm saying for us, we might
Friday
go
go see back. Yeah, LaPena.
We going
back.
to see back.
Yeah.
And then Sunday might be the jump, the Del Rio. You know what I'm saying?
Rio.
I'm just, you know what
the
I mean?
Del Rio.
Every time every and Tuesday the Ibex, we saying 90, 96, 95.
Spotlight.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, my point though is, and we was definitely going to have a good time. Yeah. Around our way, every time we went knowing we could die or kill. That's just the mindset that we had. So it wasn't like we was simply going to party. Yeah. And for me to even act like that, the go-go was dangerous as shit.
Dangerous shit, yeah.
Man, this shit, the diss rap and the shit on YouTube and the dissing, the sneak dissing on the Instagram and the comments and all that shit. But that go-go, and this is another thing, the level of aggression
is different.
That shit was like every time we came outside. Like
it was
aggressive.
Yeah, it was aggressive. Yeah.
So I don't know if the youngins now, I feel like a youngin now could kind of stay out the way if he wants to.
Yeah.
Now I don't that drill music shit. Like I said, and them youngins really dissing and spinning and sharing it. Yeah. And that's some shit I can't really process, but it's happening. But I just don't know if I'm not even trying to say, oh, our generation was tougher at all. All I'm saying though is it's like some of this stuff, it's just a new way of doing the same shit. Yeah. Is what I'm getting at.
And it seemed like it's not done and it's not done thoughtful. It's done wow. Because we did it wow, but we thought about it.
I'm telling you this, and this yeah, right? Right? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these niggas get caught. A lot of these niggas get caught now.
I'm gonna tell you this though, but guess what? Nah, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this though. This may sound crazy, but think about it. Nah, I'm saying, think about it. These youngins wearing masks, wearing gloves, wearing all black, still in the car, selling the car to somebody so they can spin in it. They got ghost guns. I don't know necessarily because we be looking at the arrests. How many people getting convicted? They got shit. They setting cars on fire. They wiping shit down.
They
They
wiping
got
shit down.
information.
Yeah.
You know, my uncle told me
Okay,
at 12, man, if you ever gotta go, dress up, use a revolver, ain't no shell cases, they don't jam. It was that kind of shit. Get up on your man.
Yeah,
but they got 100 rounds.
100
and a switchy. No, seriously.
Off a gun you don't even know where it came from.
Feel like right now, mix it up. It's what you gonna trace?
What you gonna trace?
They put the gun together
themselves.
The trace gonna be around the body.
I'm saying.
What the fuck? As long as you don't put your fingerprints on the shell,
they put the gun together.
Trace this body.
I'm telling you, I think it's because they got the information. So it does make it a little more dangerous. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
But when you at the same time, I think too, the influence they have from the video games to the music.
Yeah, video games. Yeah.
Well,
I don't agree with the music.
Hold GTA.
Hold on. Let me say one thing.
They don't really understand like fully what they doing, bro.
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing real quick about the music. And this is why I don't agree about the music. And maybe because, and then I kind of, I get it, but I don't agree. Now, I grew up with my mom and dad, right? My mom and dad, my dad was street nigga too, but my dad did it, in a way where he didn't get caught. You know what I'm saying? So when I used to listen to the street music and NWAs, fuck the bitches and the click you claim, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. When I would listen to that shit back in the day, my father always told me that's their story. Mm-hmm. Like you're not living that story. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me finish. So it's some people that live that story, right? It's their reality.
Sure.
Right? But when I was coming up, because niggas knew I hoop and shit, when I came around the way when it was getting dangerous, nah, Frank, go back in the house, dog.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
Nah, man, no, Frank, get your bitch ass in the house.
They cared enough.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So the rap, so the music, yeah, I heard the music, but in my music, I knew that wasn't. I was taught, and that's what you go back to the father. I had a father in the house. Right? Now the people that don't, that's why I say I get the benefit of the doubt, right? Because the ones that didn't have a father or the mother in the house, they listen to their music, and that's all. That's what they got their comfort.
But I also will say this, right? I will say this though, like again, like being able to like grow up in my neighborhood, in my family, right? And and I mentioned my neighborhood in this way, in the sense of like my neighborhood didn't like get turned up with crack and all that. My neighborhood been a spot in the underworld since like the 50s and 40s. My grandfather was a gangster, you know what I'm saying? My mother's father, and so I'm sharing that to say this. Even in the 60s and the 70s, when my uncles and they was listening to fucking, Marvin Gaye and the Temptations,
they
was
still
robbing banks, they was shooting.
They still
so some things come along with like just again, man. I can't. We ain't
trickle
never
down
been
like
to
you
see
said.
No peaceful poor neighborhood, right? And not in America. So it's like some of this stuff again. There were my father. They listened to Anita Baker and Michael Jackson and Prince. It's not just the music. Because this is the thing I say about hip hop, right? If you will, right? If you get I don't know, NBA YoungBoy, for instance, right? I'm just gonna give. I remember one time he had a something on YouTube that had like 40 million views, right? Right? All right. It's 40 million black people in America. Okay. The idea we also be thinking like this music only get listened to by youngers in the hood. Literally, people all over the world listen to this music. It's people all over the world doing what you might see youngins in the hood doing. No, my point is, if you it's not just the music.
Talk that shit.
That should be sounding crazy to me when people thinking like you give all that to the art.
Nah.
Come on now, no, it's the fact. Whether that youngin rapping about that or not, that shit is going on out front. It's going on in their house. It's going on out
that's
back.
My point.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not as simple as the music. I do think the music does have influence, but to his point, it's more of it validates what they already doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pop culture. Oh, everybody always been influenced by pop culture, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Like if somebody doing something that it's cool. Whether it's an athlete, an entertainer, I think that's cross race. That's the American way. So I do think people are influenced by what they hear or what they see. But the most important thing is what's missing, from them young people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we got to put our focus on.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the lack of official representation in the House plays a part?
And
Like
it affects us, but like in what way you asking?
Plays a part as far as like what they got going on, not what they got going on. As far as like certain delegates that supposed to do for the city or say what they're gonna do for the city, but it's always talk.
Yeah, I mean, well, it relates to shit. In our lifetime, we pretty much only had one delegate as Eleanor Holmes Norton. And I think depending on who's in the White House or who's in control of the House at the time, she has more power when the Dems are in control. Clearly, but no, we don't have a voting right. And really, this issue, if the Republican candidate takes the White House this time, we may not have a mayor or council. I really think home rule gonna be stripped from us in the way that we've known it. And so I think definitely not being a state has its impacts.
You said home rule might be taken care.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
you really think so?
For sure.
Really?
For sure.
Elaborate on that.
For sure. So
the people that don't know.
Yeah. Basically DC is allowed to govern itself, to control its own budget.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be that way.
Mhm.
And for many people, what they forget is like essentially the president of the United States is what you could compare to like he or she really like the governor of DC.
Okay.
Right?
Pretty much.
Any law that we pass, it's still a congressional committee that has to sign off on it. Right. So we really don't have autonomy over our decisions or whatever, but we have they let us do as much as they can. Right.
Okay.
When Trump was in office the last time, I was him and Bowser bump heads. You got the Black Lives Matter Plaza and all these things. Right. So and even a Republican senator just introduced legislation to strip home rule. So I can foresee that if Trump get in office, DC's home rule will be stripped for the next 4 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Trump will pretty much or a committee that he assigns will be making all our decisions.
That's crazy right there. To even had that thought that the representation for us is not in our hands
Yeah,
anymore.
for sure. And we pay some of the highest taxes in the country. But we have no representation in Congress.
It's on every DC tag.
Yeah, bro, for real. And we don't have. I mean, you gotta think. When you talk about the U.S. Senate, there's 50 senators, man. I think DC is overwhelmingly Democratic, so they know that if DC became a state, that would automatically be 2 Democrats in the Senate,
Right?
Bar none. You know what I'm saying? As far as our population, that we probably would get, I would assume, probably four representatives maybe in Congress that they know would be Democrat. So it's politically it's advantageous for DC not to become a state.
Making DC a state though, I mean the city alone, like would it be the surrounding areas that will be
none of will
it be a collective?
No, it's just be DC.
Or
It'll be DC, just DC. It'd be none of the federal land would be a part of it. My question though is with such a small space, no room for agriculture. How will we make money as a state? Like, what would be our
what would we sell? Can't sell mumbo sauce.
Because we never was set up to be
that
a state,
right?
Now I'm not saying that I'm against statehood, but that is something to think about.
Right.
And there's some other things that we do get that states don't get. But I mean, we got a knowledge based economy, man. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. I really don't foresee it happening though.
Is that still the allure of DC and still keeps it its uniqueness for us not being a part of any state?
Yeah, I think so. But I think that's what it was really. So we wouldn't be DC anymore either. We would be whatever it'll still be a DC,
right?
You know what I mean?
Won't be DC as we
and we
know
became
it.
A state. Yeah,
Right,
exactly. So because the Constitution calls for DC to exist, a place that's not, to your point,
Talking T,
that's not a part of any
Talking
state.
T,
you know what I mean? So that's kind of in the Constitution. That's why I really would my fight would be for real to instead of us becoming a state, I think we should be fighting to just amend the Constitution to allow, the District of Columbia to elect voting members to Congress.
I
That would be my thing.
want to give a shout out to you for receiving your Change Makers Award from the Commanders.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah,
Oh, shit,
for sure.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that happened earlier this year. That's how I went to the
yeah?
Super Bowl. They sent me to the Super Bowl.
Oh, they
that's
how you went.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
got
y'all
to
get
got on
your
that bill, huh? My
Yeah, that was
man.
a good look.
Motherfucker nigga for the hood. They got it and made it.
Yeah,
God
that's-
damn it. They done fucked up, gave nigga the key.
Yeah, it's no
Shit.
question.
My
Yeah, that was a
motherfucker
good
man.
look.
Yes,
Shout out to
sir.
the Commanders for that.
So let's switch gears a little bit. Let's dive into Slug.
Yeah.
I want you to share a little bit about what Slug is about to the people.
Yeah, so Slug, my memoir, man. I feel like it's the most comprehensive look at the impacts of mass incarceration in this country. You know what I'm saying? Through my life. You know what I mean? Slug is me. That's my nickname. So everybody, around my way call me, you know what I'm saying, since I was, I don't know,
Hold up,
2
y'all.
years old.
Frank C. Stories. Frank C. Stories. We always have Frank C. Stories.
Yeah.
So I heard of this nigga Slug, right? But I didn't know it was Tony Lewis. So me and Tony Lewis in 2008 worked for Project Empowerment together, right? So I didn't know that Slug, right, was Tony Lewis. So we have a mutual friend, homie, the Carlos Washington. Shout out to the Big Los, right? That's our
Los.
man. That's our man. Wash.
Yeah.
That's our man. So we chilling one day, right? We all talking, whoop, whoop. And I say, man, I said, Wash, who the fuck is this nigga named Slug? They say they work down here. And Tony Lou sitting right here,
Yeah.
right next to me. Didn't know it was him. So Wash like, say that again one more time, Crawford. What you say? You don't know about the motherfucking Slug, huh?
Sound like
I said, yeah, who the fuck is this Slug nigga? Because we all hung out together. It was just me, him, and Tony Lou. See, Lou said, nigga, that's me, nigga. That's my nickname. He said just like that. He said, that's my nickname. I said, oh shit. You Slug? I said, oh nigga, I'm scared of you. I'm not fucking with you at all. Your father crazy, your whole goddamn family crazy. Y'all niggas wild. And you here facilitate? You niggas got the drugs somewhere. The stash is somewhere in this motherfucker somewhere, dog. And me and him been cool every fucking since, bro. That shit was crazy. I did not know his name was Slug, nigga. I'm sitting like, I heard a nigga Slug. You know how you heard of urban legends.
Like, man, no, I'm trying, man, Slug work down there. That was just a point of reference. But people that know me would say, like, that's another thing. Like, I mean, I've always went by. My name is Tony Lewis Jr., right? But I think my name Slug though. Like, if you met me prior to like professionally, I wouldn't tell you my name Tony Lewis. I got dudes that grew up with me. Say dudes that might have moved around our way, like after my father went to jail. Yeah, like dudes our age, my father really ain't had no empathy. That's not somebody you know about. Like you get a little older and somebody that may school you. But people just like, man, that's Slug. Around first and that's Slug. Like that's where I was. So I wasn't like I never showed up like that because I never felt like I had to. I was me. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's what was important for me too to title the book Slug. The subtitle is A Boy's Life in the Age of Mass Incarceration. And so it really sort of takes the reader on a journey from my life up to 33, up to the birth of my first kid, man. And it shows all that came along and puts a mirror up to America, man, to show like, what are some of the real impacts that, this system of mass incarceration has created in our country, not just like in DC, but it's through the lens of me and me growing up here and me becoming, who I became as an activist at 33. So
where can they find the book?
Oh, definitely can find it on Amazon. Anywhere they sell books, man. You know what I'm saying? Kindle, everywhere, Barnes and Noble, Politics and Prose. And the book been out 9 years. I've been all around the country, man. Lecturing in high schools, colleges, detention centers, and I still feel like people are still finding the book. It's so crazy that 9 years and something that I put out myself. That's another thing, man. Like people told me, the publishing world told me no, and the book continues to sell, and I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? Because nobody wouldn't publish the book. You know what I'm saying? So I had to create my own publishing company, Hanover Place Press. and do it myself. You know what I'm saying? And me and my shout out to my co-author Kevin Reeves, my business partner, man. But yeah, bro, that experience for me was something.
That's what's up.
But I think that if again, speaking about DC, if I think feel like if I was from LA or if I was from New York, like my story, even then. But imagine what I'd done since 2015. You know what I mean? My father ain't home in slugs. You know what I'm saying? All the things I've done so much since 2015.
Man,
Might be time for
I
a new book.
seen I've seen you like all over the place, bro, and it just make my heart smile because it's a real representation of where we from. And like when I seen you on the Breakfast Club, I was psyched. I ain't gonna even see it, hold you, bro. Like that, it made me feel good because I was like somebody from home that's really from home.
Yeah, we was on there. That's how I carry it.
It made me feel good, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a real representation of home for real.
And another thing I like about the Breakfast Club too, Slim, is like you didn't let them dictate what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you kept it real 100 with them New York niggas up there. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk.
One thing I can't say though, bro, real talk. Like I think it's important in that moment bringing that up. Shout out to Charlamagne because we at a point we was like, communicating on Twitter back then, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, look, man, I got a book, bro. I don't know him. This all through, Twitter and we got some mutual people though in common, but it still was like, I was hit the producer, they went, blah, blah. So when he put out his first book, he go down to FIU on a book tour. One of my youngin Kenny Brown, who now currently is the coach at Blue, college career coordinator, but this when he was in FIU. So Kenny, my youngin, my mentee. He pulls up on Charlamagne like, "Hey man, what's up, man? Like my big homie, man. He trying to get on the show." They call me like right in the moment. Yeah, Charlamagne, like I know Tony. Yeah, call him. And he called me. They called me, and maybe like two weeks later,
just like that.
Yeah, just like that. He a man of his word. And then when my father come home, that's another thing. Man, that's a big platform. I've been on there twice. You know what I mean? And it's stuff like that I don't really. I've been on there twice. I've been on 85 South twice. I've been on Ebro in the morning twice. You understand what I'm saying? Like
built them. How's Ebro, man? He seemed like a corn chip to me, man. That's your man. You fuck with Ebro?
Let me say this.
You
man.
fuck with that nigga T, then I'ma fuck with him. If you don't fuck with him, okay, all right. Cool. This is a corn chip to me.
This is the wild part about. So Rosenberg, shout out to Rosenberg, Peter Rosenberg.
Rosenberg be keeping it real.
Rosenberg from here, ain't he?
And he keep it real. That's how I get
up. And the nigga that do ESPN. What's the nigga do the white dude that do ESPN?
Oh, Todd
Van Pelt. He played go-go on his theme music.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what from here.
Monday night. Let's just say Van Pelt.
Somebody said
Van Pelt, but now this won't come to me. I gotta think about my boy. But anyway, the first time I come up there, that was Rosenberg really, created the play, right? Yeah. But the second time, they wasn't even. It was just me and Ebro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Ebro just, I think he one of them strong opinionated type of guys. And I'm gonna tell you what else happens when people get in that New York space. When they get up in that New York space, a lot of times they think they seen it all, heard it all. Because it's New York City, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, it's a city of 8-9 million people. Everything come through there first, right?
Yeah.
So you get it, but then you just gotta sometimes be able to show them that now you ain't seen this before.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so I think
shit different, right? Yeah,
this shit different. This shit a little different. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But so I think being able to like you said, represent us.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly proud to say that. It's particularly somebody who, all my PR stuff, all my stuff. I ain't got no manager. I did that on my own. But it's all from the work, from the service. And that's the thing I try to show people. It ain't about the things you see, it's about the things you don't see. It's about them rooms when Frank was speaking about that we was in. We really helping people with their lives. That's why a lot of people don't understand what like my reach, or if they don't get it, it's like it's not a place, it's not a crevice, a crack in this city where I ain't helped somebody. You know what I'm saying? Where don't nobody know me personally through me, my service, but also those same very people has helped me in so many ways grow, change my perspective, and I'm super grateful for all those interactions. I see people every day, man. And they may say, damn, Tony, remember I was in your class, you know what I'm saying, in 07, 06, or I'm like, yeah, and I say their name. They like, damn, you still remember my name? I'm like, yeah, I remember your name. Like, I don't take that, it ain't a joke.
Hold up. So, oh man, Dante, I was just talking to a friend of mine. I told him he was gonna be on that show, right?
Yeah.
And he was telling me that you had spoke at his son's school, right?
Okay.
What school Dante's son was who? High school. Okay.
Okay. I went to Gonzaga.
Okay. So, all right.
Yeah, we know you with that bum ass.
That's a fact. I mean, it's cool.
So look, my home. So this one,
I mean, and that's another thing. Like for real, not to cut you, but
Go ahead.
You right, but I ain't even care. Like when I went, I'm a proud Gonzaga.
I already know how you.
But but listen, this is another thing I do. I think that's super important. The state, as far as like who I am. Like, I made it through that gym.
Yeah, that's big. At that time, T. Lou, at that time,
like,
bro.
So, I don't get it sometimes, because you be trying to like speed through your life. I be talking different, you know what I'm saying? But like for real, 94 to 98, what was going on? My mother back and forth with St. E. My father doing life in prison. At the time, my father was in California.
That's vicious within itself, though. That's vicious. That's vicious within itself.
Like going back and forth and this is when the shit first started like really, really hitting for real.
Right.
It's probably 5% black people
in that job.
Right? And
they all pay
this in 94, young. Like I ain't never had never met a white person my age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You put the nigga down there, and just how to academically how that going on. Ain't nobody in my household can help me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. And for real, probably like out of our whole crew, probably like 4 of us, maybe 4 or 5 of us went to high school. Everybody else like really not in, like they outside already.
Going there gave you a different culture outside of the culture you were already in.
But before I could really appreciate that, it did. Yes. So yes. But I couldn't really appreciate that at the time.
Okay.
What I did know, because I did that, it wasn't nothing I could do. I just had to figure out what the fuck that was gonna be.
Yeah. Hey, that's how I felt though, Wilson, though, for real. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yet.
That's how I felt though, Wilson. Even though it's black
yet.
people, I felt that. I felt like that.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, but y'all had girls and y'all had black people.
Yeah, we did have black people. Yeah, we had girls.
I had a bunch of jumps up there.
That was a bunch of jumps up Wilson. Bad jumps up Wilson. Man, you couldn't. I'm gonna tell you something, nigga. You had Wilson.
I was in that era.
You could come to Wilson bullshit.
Yeah.
With some sweatpants shit on. Man, you get joned the fuck out by the bitches. Bitch, but all of them ugly ass sweatpants you got on, nigga. You got them Jones some Payless.
Nah, I was saying that my homie that I spoke to, I told him that you were gonna be on that show, right? And he said that, man, look, you came and spoke. You came and spoke at the school or whatever. He said his son came back to him and said, "Dad, who was Tony Lewis Jr.?" Yeah. You captivated Shawty so much. Wow. He went back and had to ask his father who you were in depth because that's how much
I appreciate that. He meted Don's store. And this young lady that was at Howard came up with the hashtag Don't Mute DC.
Mm-hmm.
We had this strategy meeting in his store. And from there, that day, us 4 really birthed the Don't Mute DC movement. What came after that, man, we did these activations. We reached out. Everybody, me and Angel, I never forget, we reached out to Brianna Doe, who is the Ward 1 council member. They sent a letter to T-Mobile.
Angel, she's the one with the dreads, right?
Yeah, Spice
Sweet. Yeah. Angel, we love to have you on the show, baby. You like that.
Yeah, she
like that. I love Angel.
Yeah,
she's a
nothing
beast.
Like her in the country.
Ain't nothing like her in this world. Fuck that. Yeah, she like that.
That's my sister, bro. Like in the realest way. Like I'm the only child, but that's my sister.
Right. I see our connection.
We done so. Matter of fact, Spice Week and it's coming up on 9 year
She started up in about the Coleman Station.
No question.
Yeah, she started about the Coleman Station. Yeah.
That was the first Spice Week. Now she got a joint Channing Street, Black and Forth, so it's basically like a mini mall.
Okay.
And her whole movement with the Spice Girls, blah blah. So, but getting back to the story about Don't Mute DC, and I think people really lost of like, it was about the music, but again, we talked about culture. It's about us. It's about an attack on who we are. And out of that came legislation that made made go-go the official music. So it's just like if you get off a plane in New Orleans, right?
They play.
So the thing, exactly, that's cultural. That's there. That's gonna be there.
That's gonna be there.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's the same thing that's with this legislation that Kenya McDuffie.
Shout out to Kenya.
Yeah, shout
Wilson,
out to Kenya McDuffie.
alumnus.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah.
Probably in my opinion.
That's my mind right there.
Shout out to Kenya, man.
Nah, for real. Probably the greatest legislator.
Jay Harlem, get on the show, Jay.
To ever sit on the dais, in my opinion, for black people. The greatest legislator.
So I'm gonna tell you something, T. Lou. When I saw you with that flag, when I ain't gonna hold you. I'm getting chills on my arm right now. When I saw you with that flag, because I knew you and I know what you represent, bro. That boy, like, it made me get tears in my eyes because I'm like, I know you as a homie, and I know how you try to fight for incarcerated people. You are DC for real. You the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's you and Chuck Brown and Murray Barry on that Mount Rushmore. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. So at the end of the day, when you had that flag on, Slim, nigga, that shit brought chills to my body, and I'm like, man, no homo. And pause. And I'm like, that shit right there, that's what DC need. And DC need to do this shit and follow Tony Lewis from the 100% all the way around.
When you was down Union Market and brought everybody together,
man. DC Natives Day.
That was flag on down there. That was vicious, right? Everybody had on black shirts.
That shit was like,
you know what's crazy about that, right? Through that, it's funny that the Washingtonian magazine has featured myself. They feature Angel. Matter of fact, Angel in the edition now. They had some style edition that she in again. I'm just saying we went from that, bro. Talked about her stores up on 3rd Street.
Mm-hmm.
The editor in chief of the Washingtonian came in her store. Me, her, and him. That's it. And we had a conversation with him, bro. Like, it's just crazy how, standing up for your people, what that can do.
Hell
and
yeah.
One of the things I gotta say on the Don't Mute DC movement too, simultaneously, also I can't talk about that time without acknowledging dude Justin Yachty. That's his name or rap name. But the Mochella, him and Kelsey and that team, DJ Damo. Ironically enough, the Ward 4 council member Janice Lewis George, she was a part of that too, just before she became a council member though. She was a part of their little team. That Mochella movement also was step with Don't Mute. That whole energy was help, push it over the finish line, if you will. So I think it's important to acknowledge that, as well, because in the iconic moment when Backyard played on 14th and U, a lot of people saw that as all of it being the same thing. In which I felt like it should be seen that way though, because it all contributed the victory that we eventually got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure, man.
Shout out to Big G and Backyard, man. Hey, T-Lou, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Because we got the since we on the flower part. I'm gonna do this quickly. Pause. We got a gift for you, T-Lou. We got a gift for you. So we're gonna give you your flower. One gift. That too. That's just the homie gift. That's just the homie gift. But we're gonna give you something that because we fuck with you and we give you your flowers. We're gonna give you something different. There's something right here. Yeah, it's something different. It's something different, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's something different, baby. Yeah, it's for you, man. Yeah, that's for you, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna give you your flowers while you here, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. That's my man. Shout out to T. Lou, man. Shout out to everybody around PT, all his men too, man.
Definitely appreciate
you. Know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you, CD, for coming on the show, pause, and being a real one. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do the card game this time or nah? We gonna keep it. Oh yeah, club or band. That's what we gonna do. We're gonna do. So T. Lou.
Yeah.
Top 5 clubs in DC. Who your top 5?
Hold up. We call this District Hall of Fame.
The District Hall of Fame, yeah. So
Hall
what's
of Fame
your top 5 DC clubs? And you better say the right one, nigga. We're gonna slap box.
Man, so all right, let me ask y'all this: go or regular club?
Both. We gonna do. You do both. Top 5 go. Top 5. Top 5. Yeah.
Right,
So start with go first.
I'm go first.
Okay.
Black Hole,
Mm-hmm.
Ibex, Metro Club,
Mm-hmm.
Tunnel.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a first time I heard a tunnel in a
minute.
Damn. And then I'm gonna say,
shout out to Cornell.
There's no question. And then I'm gonna say, this. I gotta go. Nah, I gotta go.
Ain't no order.
I know. Okay. Oh no, yeah. All right. I gotta go Zulu K.
Zulu. They had the strippers down there.
I gotta go Zulu K.
They had the strippers down there that was all whole bars. Man, you give a broad in there $5. My God. That motherfucker Zulu K, you been there. I'm trying to tell you. Then if you get freaky, they throw your ass in the middle on that motherfucking carpet with the rope around and a box square in the middle. Y'all remember the Zulu K? Freaked out Zulu K, goddamn.
It was
Hot as hell.
Sweating like a motherfucker.
Nigga, but you gon' nigga,
Man.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. I was freaked out when I was young, and I had to jump, dance on me and come on me. I ain't gonna lie. And I ain't even fuck her.
I'm here to you.
I'm
wild, y'all. But
I
hey,
should've-
look,
I
this
fucked
ain't no
up.
surprise to me,
Man,
but
I'm wild right now. It's the ace. It's the ace.
Okay.
Okay. 5 regular club. 5 regular. Whoa, let's bring it back.
Yeah, but that black for real though. But I'm saying, like, for me to go wise, and y'all probably can already deduct that. Back y'all was our band. Like,
Definitely.
but I'm saying I love RE. I love all the go Jones. You know what I'm saying? Bands and all that. I'm a go dude, but I'm just saying. But that Black Hole on that Friday, Slim.
We're back.
Slim,
That
I'm
shit was
just
crazy.
saying. In
Unbelievable.
my from where I'm from, that it wasn't nothing like it. But all right, so
What about Club U? What about Club U?
Now, what's your clubs? Your 5 clubs?
Oh, damn. Nah, hold. We got to scratch the Zulu K. Club U. I'm tripping.
Club U, yeah.
I am tripping. I'm talking about Club U. Now look, I'm talking about Club U.
With Chuck.
RE, and then on a Wednesday with
Chuck.
they might sometimes it was EU, sometimes it was Chuck, sometimes it was Subtle Thought.
That Saturday was
That's Saturday though.
That Saturday was
That's
different.
That's Saturday RE.
That different.
Going to the bar.
Nah, the jump was
all that used to different.
When they hit that club, you not ready.
You not ready for this.
No, that shit was special.
That shit was crazy.
It was not.
You not ready for this.
When they hit that, we was just talking about
that.
You know what was special? The wings when you
and
the string beans.
Wings crazy.
No. But bro, I'm telling you, I used to go on that Wednesday for that happy hour, and then to come back on the Saturday for the club.
Crazy.
Nah,
the happy hour Wednesday.
Outside, man, but,
yeah.
But so yeah, thank you. Definitely thank you. The Zulu K got to come off.
Got to come off. Zulu ornaments.
Nah, listen.
Zulu ornaments.
But we
clubs.
talk about
Let's
clubs.
go clubs. Yeah.
You got to go.
Number one.
Right?
Number one. You already know number one.
Number
one. Yeah.
And see, we could spin back. Park got to go right next. I don't give a listen. You ain't never seen nothing open 20 years, bro.
So crazy.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
we talking about this here. Come on now. No matter what, let's take any whatever. Listen, tell me anything that been. I'm talking about in America that been open 20 years straight.
Respect the pop.
Don't care how you.
That is mean though.
What you talking about?
That is mean.
No,
that's mean.
Respect.
Hold
on, y'all. I'ma say it. Respect my mom.
All right. Don't respect. All right, so Bar 7. I'm talking about the nights that I done had, right?
Bar 7 was crazy.
Bar 7, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about Bar 7.
Shout out to Black Alley.
Let me tell you something about this. What I'm just about to say. Bar 7 might have done something in a way that I don't, especially at the time that it did it with. And I'm gonna take. Me, Rodney, PT, Jason.
Shout out to Rodney, my man.
We're gonna take a little bit of credit for this though.
Shout out to Rodney.
And Frank a part of this too, in the sense of like talking about like actual DC guys, right? DC guys that made a way for other DC guys to actually come into the club.
Thank you, T. Lou. I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you, T.
Because for real, people got like a very like interesting reflective memory and say, like, you don't forget, it was a time where we wasn't in them spots. I remember, I know who opened the door, who kicked the door in, who made it okay. Yeah, when it was exclusionary, if they got on New Balance or they got on phone calls, they got on Nike boots, they can't come in. I remember that.
Well, you was paying a meatball to get up in them jobs.
You better have on some, you know what I mean?
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something, bruh. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And so the America that don't know this about DC got two sets of nice lifestyle. They got the go-go lifestyle, you got the club lifestyle, right? A lot of natives in Washington, DC, Washingtonians, right? They don't really fuck with club, right? They fuck with go-go, right? So whatever go-go band it is, from Junk to Chuck, the BEU, the RE, the motherfucker back, right? So me, I'm one of them niggas. I only fuck with go-go, right? I only fuck with go-go. I love my Southeast Jones. I love my Uptown Jones. I love all four sectors, but them Southeast girls and them go-go's used to have me on tilt. But when I first did my first job at Republic Guards, I love Southeast girls. Y'all, I love my Southeast girls. Y'all, if anybody's out there single from Southeast, holler at me. I'm gonna pay a bill for you. Get some fun on your J and shit. You understand me? Get you a bottle of Bel Air, bitch. Gotcha. Anyway, I'm off the motherfucking. Anyway, back to what I was saying. That land the plane like Tony Lue say.
Yeah.
When I went to Republic Arts, right, and I saw these women in it, right? When I say women, I'm not talking about sexy. Get it sexy. I ain't talking about it. I'm talking about dressed in a fitted skirt, not too tight, not too loose. Heels. I'm talking about nails done. Breath smell like mints. Not smell like throw up. Hair smelling good, right? When you hug them, no makeup on your shirt. When I saw that, I fell in love with the club. And I introduced it to these niggas in here that's sitting with me right now. You know what I'm saying? And when I introduced them to that club, a lot of them niggas didn't go back. A lot of them got their baby mothers and their wives out there love a nightclub. I'm telling you that now. So that's what I'm trying to bring it down. DC has two different things. There's some dudes that ain't never been to a club before in their life in DC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we not really a club city. We more of a cultural city. For
the natives. Yeah. But now, you know, for the younger generations, a little different. But this is crazy though, right? Because I remember I had the opportunity to share this with Mark and Taz together. This was earlier this year. It was at Sean Townsend's birthday party. Yeah. And when I look back on, you know, my maturation, you know, whatever the case may be. I remember, you know, initially, when I first started going, I couldn't adjust to the club.
Mm-hmm. Me neither.
Wasn't enough respect in the club. See, the go-go, you know, every dude in there might do something to you. Mm-hmm. And so you carry with a little more respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the club, these dudes from out of town.
I lost my respect. I lost my respect in the club, right? I'm not even a gangster like that, right? Nigga told up, nigga jumped out there one time, dog. Trying to talk crazy. I stole his ass. Bow, and I dropped him. I said, these niggas ain't real. This ain't no motherfucker. This ain't no go-go. It was different.
It went from, all right, when you go into the go-go, you wearing anything from tennis shoes to boots. Yeah. When you go on Nike in the club,
boots.
when I'm talking about back then.
Yeah, Nike boots.
Timberlands back then.
It's
Chuckers. It's black Chuckers.
And Timberlands. Especially the black Chuckers.
Yeah, it's black Chuckers. And it's the butters.
And the gum soles.
And the butters.
The gum soles.
You know what I'm saying? So back then, that's what you got on. That's the tennis shoes. That's the uniform going into the
Super
go-go.
You
even hold up, ladies and gentlemen. You even sometimes had to take your shoes off before
all
you went
the way off.
Go-go.
Yeah, the black.
You know why?
Belt inside out.
You know why?
That's how I explain it. If a person been through TSA, that's what you did.
It worse.
That's how it was going
worse.
Inside the go-go.
20 times worse.
You was taking your shit off before you went inside that motherfucker just in case.
Yeah, something happened, but we're not getting that.
Yeah, no. Hey, I mean, because it progressed, the violence progressed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh, his name used to be called in the go-go's all the time in the black hole. A quarter bond too. That's my man right there.
Go.
So Chilu.
Well, I got 3 more.
You got 3 more?
Wait. I got 2 more.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said love. I thought you said love, even love. I thought you said love, even love.
I'm in the club, though.
I'm in the club. I got 2 more clubs. I was just saying, though, how going to the club, though, helped me kind of, professionalize a little more, like being in them spaces eventually.
Don't babysit that champagne either.
No, I'm not. So we got, we love Pop, Bar 7, and then I'm going to say,
I'm going to help you out.
Honorable mention? Can I get a? Nah, I'm too young.
Oh,
Never
you too
been
young.
in
Yeah,
there.
you never been in there. Yeah,
I'm
that's
too
right.
young.
Damn.
I'm
It
going.
stopped as soon as you
Yeah,
turned your age.
exactly. He was a
I said Mirage.
Yeah,
Sunday
that's
night,
before me.
Saturday. That's before him.
Hold up,
He
hold up.
just missed it.
Okay, yeah, you
Not
did.
only am I young, but I wasn't clubbing. I'm
Nah,
not,
he
mind what I'm saying.
44,
I'm not going no, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't
he
going to no
missed it
club.
when they.
Yeah,
So-
I ain't
so-
going to
so-
no club till I'm like
so-
24, 25.
So you know what?
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
DC Live, Platinum.
Platinum. Got
Listen,
that.
but I ain't. See, but I didn't.
You
I
didn't go to Platinum, T-Lou? Get the fuck out
that
of
was
here. Abdul. Holla at
Yeah,
T-Lou,
yeah,
Abdul.
Yeah.
Holla at T-Lou.
So look, but I'm aware, right? You see, I'm
That's
listening.
crazy.
I'm naming them, but I'm aware, right? That's my first time going DC Live. And shout out to Juju. Juju had the players ball.
The players ball.
Listen, Juju had the players ball. I'm probably like 19.
Oh, I know that joint was probably lit.
It was crazy,
listen,
innit? It
all
was
up here,
ignorant.
Fillmore
It was on
Slim,
Saturday. It was ignorant. It was ignorant. I went down there. We was down there.
Don Juan, and then
All them niggas, all the pimps was
youngest,
down there.
You know, Juju
All
around
the
my way.
pimps.
Real.
All the players.
No, like the legendary
All the
ones, like
hoes.
around the country. No, two things happened that night. One, they gave me shout out to you.
Don't incriminate yourself.
I get a,
It's
no,
just
I'm not.
live.
I just get the, that's cool.
Okay.
I got the young player trophy, you know?
Okay.
They was prophetic. They knew what was happening. But then, I'm going to tell you what hurt me. Nah, girl, for real, Slim. A girl group, man, anyway. Like, it was the first time I saw somebody like that I really know. Like, I was like, damn. That's why I knew that shit was like a real thing. Like, you a whore?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it.
And them niggas talk that game.
No,
real.
it threw me. I'm saying this is somebody that I know.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, I'm thinking she just like on some prop, like just but then they say
Man,
they say
you
slug.
being nice, T-Lou. I know a whole
They
Jamala.
say slug.
Bitch like that.
They say slug, man. Listen, man. I said, what? That joke broke my heart. I said, damn, that's crazy. But anyway, so
Yeah.
I would. It broke my heart. It fucked me up. I couldn't believe it. I said, damn, Joe, we you know. But so
I
would
ain't
have to
heard
say
Joe
the
in a
last
long
two-
time either.
I would say the last two though. Do y'all remember the joint, the Zanzibar? It should be a joint on top of Zanzibar. That's 4. All right, because everybody. Hey, Frank, what was that joke called? The Skybox?
The Skybox. Damn, nigga, the Skybox.
Listen, I had some nice in that. That was a specific.
You leave out there
listen.
with nothing you want.
No, listen.
If you don't go out there with nothing you want.
He not lying. It used to be like on a
On the odds, you was going on a Tuesday and that motherfucker be jumping.
That was a
And
special.
there'll be a record you bare ass niggas in it.
Nah,
Even be
that was a
bunch of bad
No,
women.
that was a special
Oh,
joint. That was like bro. That was.
that motherfucker.
I'm telling you.
We ain't talking about the one in V8 even. That old about Pentagon City. We ain't talking about that bad man joke. We talking about Zanzibar.
And then I'm gonna have to say,
it was like a little, like an extra rooftop on Zanzibar.
Yeah, bro.
And it'd be a bunch of women in that joint.
That joint was crazy. That's the joint that had the same
Hold
effect you saying that the Republic Guards had on you. That joint had, but Phillips was there, but I'm just so. But this.
Okay, go. This your 5.
This about the 5 clubs. That's what restaurant. But the last joint I'm gonna say,
Man, that's
that shit was lit.
That shit was crazy.
The last
brought
joint I'm
back some
gonna
memories,
say
nigga.
is probably I gotta go that wins that 1223.
Oh, God damn. I'm going to tell you something. Listen.
At 1223.
1223.
Wednesday night, Slim upstairs.
I'm going to tell you something.
That Joe the Boy up
I'm
top.
going to tell you something.
Man.
Listen. This how I knew I was like that. I ain't gonna hold you. This how I knew I was like that. This how I knew I was like that. 1223, you could not go in there with tennis shoes and jeans on. You had to come in there, slacks, shoes, button up. Right? Me and Taz walk up to the door. Taz, all he had on was white, during the week, white tee, G, my line, Air Force One. We fried. Walk up to the door.
I like that.
Y'all ain't getting in. I said, shit, watch me get in. I don't know nobody out there. Taz don't own it though. I don't even know that. Owner come out. Taz, what are you doing outside? What's going on? Taz said, this motherfucker right here ain't let me in. The owner said, this is Taz, Love Nightclub. Whatever he in with, let him in.
Mm-hmm.
Walked us right on in that motherfucker. We got on t-shirts. Motherfuckers looking at me like I was a star, nigga.
Yeah. You get
Hold up.
A star,
because when
nigga.
you came in, them
Hey,
type of
E.
spots different.
That's how it was when we went to Miami the first time when we
I'm
walked
trying to
down
say.
there and they looked at us like we was the hot boys, right? When we walked in the drink. And we got
Right.
phone pauses
Yeah.
and all white tees
Yeah,
and everybody got slick bottoms
Yeah.
and everything.
Because you stand out.
But hold up, we went in, we was the only ones in VIP though that night.
like, nah, 250 for all y'all. I was
Huh?
like, that's easy.
What?
We used to pay and they walked into the door like we was in the motherfucking movie. Like they walked into the back.
We got white tees.
But see, we take for granted, like in DC, a lot of people understand on the country, it'd be covered. A lot of you go to other places around the country, ain't really no cover charge a lot of times. That's a reality for us. So the go-go, you $80, $100, we cut line, we pay that anyway.
This was
so
Miami in 05.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, where y'all was at? Mansion?
This is Miami. This is Mansion in 05.
Yeah. Remember that?
Mansion in 05.
I will say this though, if this wasn't really a club, but I will, we didn't came into the time of like day party. Lounge, but I'm saying, but came into the time of like day parties and shit like that. But bro, I was just talking to my wife about this. We was down in Georgetown the other day, like 2 weeks ago. I was like, nothing like Sequoia.
God damn.
Ain't been nothing yet. And then you leave and go to Lima.
Until the bras fucked it up and rumbling down there.
Sequoia was a sexy jump.
Sequoia was sexy.
That shit made me want to be like, that shit made me want to like elevate, like stop just being like
hey, look.
personal hand over nigga. Like I was like, man.
I'm going to give you a number.
I gotta step my game up.
When it first opened.
Sequoia's like that.
L'Oreal Plaza.
Oh yeah, let's hold on. Frank, you said, see, look, man. What's it? Hey, shout out to Jay. You know Jay.
Jay, no, Jay, yeah. L'Oreal Plaza. Jay
was a bartender and a waitress there, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
Female girl, Jay. I know you know Jay. I said, listen, but listen. I was
Boosie Fade Jay.
Yes.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Boosie
that is really crazy. That is Boosie Fade.
Boosie Fade Jay.
Yes. So back when she
Hey, what's up, T-Lou? How you doing?
Yeah, that's my baby. Mm-hmm. But back when she was a waitress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we used to slide up there. I'm telling you, everything get like when everybody get hipped up, but back then L'Oreal wasn't.
It wasn't like it was. You couldn't come in if you wasn't anybody. I'm telling you, man. They would let you wait outside, bro.
That's me that you brought that up, bro. And every time I think about that L'Oreal, I think about Jay, bro.
Yeah, Jay. Hey, listen.
And what L'Oreal is popular for?
Swirls. Yeah. You know they closed that joint down because the Browns it was 40 on 40. They got the record. And they shut the joint down for about a week. Yeah. So that now they don't even sell the big pictures no more.
Yeah,
they sell the little.
It's crazy. They
don't sell. They get a little cut. Now they don't even, you can't sell. Remember they used to get the big picture and they get a little picture so you can sip them. Yeah. They don't do that no more.
They used to put the straw in the little picture.
Yeah, they put the straw in the little picture. Fucked up with it.
Now tour buses pull up to that joint.
Yeah, now tour buses, old people pull up in that joint.
Yeah, but now tour buses come. They came a long way.
Well, listen.
Black people don't get the credit for keeping a lot of these establishments open.
Nope, we kept a lot of them.
Real talk. Bro.
Hey, listen, America, DC. We can talk all day with Tony Lewis. I know he got some philanthropist business to get to and some running for DC mayor shit to get to. So we're gonna ask him what his shouts outs are. We're gonna end this motherfucking show because I know we could talk all day. And T-Lou, we'd love to have a part 2. So give your shout outs and what's coming up and your IG and everything like that.
Great conversation.
Yeah, great conversation, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shout out to DC, Maryland, and Virginia, man. Shout out to everybody who always show me support and love. Shout out to my wife, my kids, my parents, my aunt, my uncles, Hanover, first and NCO. Rest in peace to Stinker.
Stinker, yeah.
And also, man, I want to send a special shout out to the Richardson family. Shout out to rest in peace to Justin Richardson, who was in the police involved shooting recently. And I know his twin brother, you know what I'm saying? And I just think, our community need healing, man. On multiple levels. It is a whole lot of opportunity and programming, engage it to help there. You just gotta let it in, man. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all for having me too. I really enjoyed it.
We appreciate you coming and pulling up, T-Lou.
We've been waiting for this, bro.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this. We tried to get you for the first show, but I didn't have your number. Yeah, that's crazy. So when I saw you coming out the club at Dre's birthday, and I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick, y'all. Yeah. So I see T-Lou. I didn't even know T-Lou was there. So T-Lou hollered at Taz. I hear somebody talking to Taz. I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at the bras out that joint, right? T-Lou grabs me, paws around my neck like, damn, Slim, what's up? You don't fuck me no more. I'm supposed to be your man. I said, nah, we homies. Nigga, you my brother. He said, oh, that's fucked up, dog. I can't be on your show. I said, what? I said, you won't be on my show, nigga? He said, yeah, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Like, you my man. Like, what the fuck, what you waiting for? I was like, oh, shit, well, you on the next one, nigga. So, it's timing and everything. And then we just want to say thank you. My folks, my producers, E, the concierge, Blizzy, we all, man, was waiting for this interview. We tried to get you the first show, but we decided on Garvey because he did our theme music.
Yeah, shout out to
So
Garvey.
shout out
too,
to
man. That's
Garvey.
my brother, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely shout out to
And
Garvey.
we
Talk that
definitely
shit.
appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We hope that you like the shirt. We hope you like your
Nah,
gifts.
I love everything, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You
And
know.
that's it, man. That's pretty much
Appreciate
it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everything. DC, America.
This is District
This
Alum.
yeah.
This my man Frank C. This
Tony
is the
Lou
improbable Tony Lewis right here,
and,
man.
and DC in America. Remember, put God first and wash your stinking asses, man.
Southeast niggas speak highly of me. Northeast niggas, yeah, they gotta love me. Southwest niggas getting a lot of money. Come uptown, you know who riding for me. In Northwest, my influence like Mike Frey, but I'm noise, so I might spray or slice with a nice blade. Hey, say, Garvey, what you mugging for?